Just before we start this video, I'm giving you, the audience, a chance to decide what you want me to review next. Do you want me to review Cal Kestis and BD1? Or do you want me to review Rey and Dio? The choice is yours, get voting. And with that out of the way, enjoy the review. Hello, this is me, Daniel East1000, back again with another Star Wars The Black Series figure review. Today we're going to be having a look at a carbonized edition of a figure. I can't get enough of these. After I did or got the Mandalorian, this was the one I kind of decided to opt for next. We're going to be having a look at the carbonized Sith Trooper. I know, I said already Sith Trooper down, and I haven't bought one yet. But I take it all back. I've kind of been bitten by the Sith Trooper bug. That's mainly due to this figure, to be honest. This, of course, is the Carbonized edition. If you don't know what Carbonized is, it's a fancified version of the standard figure. So a standard figure will typically come in this quite plain black and red packaging that we've all come accustomed to with the Black Series. I've been waiting for them to change the packaging up for quite some time. There is a standard version of the Sith Trooper which you can get. There's a couple of little differences between the two, not just in the paint apps, but some of the features. Unfortunately, I don't have a standard Sith Trooper to compare it to, but I kind of know just by looking at both of them. You could probably work it out because you're smart as well, but I'm going to point out the obvious. Here we go. Packaging, as per usual, nice and shiny for the Carbonized edition. This version is in red and black, as you can see at the side there. Really nice and shiny. Lovely stuff. Got the carbonized bubble there as well. Lovely artwork by Gregory Titus. On the back you've got a bio which I will include in the description below so you can read that in your own time. Again, lovely artwork again by Gregory Titus. Awesome stuff as per usual. And the one thing I always love about Black Series is the fact that you can open up the packaging, take the figure out, display it, play around with it, then reseal it up and have it back in the box if you're a hoarder like me. If not, you'll be chucking this in the bin, although you're a bit mad because it's nice and shiny. Moving swiftly on to the figure itself. Straight off the bat, looks fantastic. There are some little issues I think I should make you aware of, but we'll get into that. First and foremost though, the accessories that he comes with. In terms of the standard edition, you're getting a little bit less with this guy. He only comes with one blaster. The standard version comes with two. You've got this one and the modified First Order Stormtrooper blaster. For some reason they have only included one, and I'm assuming that is because of the paint application that's gone into this one. Unlike the Mandalorian, this is pretty much all carbonized, shiny, paint schemed up. I can kind of forgive the fact that they haven't included another blaster with it, so I'm glad they gave him this one because it is a bit different from the First Order Stormtrooper one. So if I give you a bit of a zoom in, here we go. Really beautiful figure, I think we would all agree. Lovely paint application. The thing that I like about these Sith Troopers actually, and I've only just really noticed it having the figure in hand, it's just the amount of sculpting that's actually into it. You know, you've got a lot of line detailing on that armour. I didn't really appreciate to begin with, but actually having it in hand, it's really nice, especially with this metalized paint scheme. Just looks really sweet. You've got his boots there. Just looks fantastic. I think you'd all agree. Definitely a higher quality feel than what I can assume the standard version has. With that being said though, the issue that I mentioned with the Mandalorian in my last review, a lot of people have noticed paint chipping on their blast rifle. With this figure, I've already kind of noticed a bit of paint chipping going on with this one. I think this one's going to be the one where the issue is most prominent on. It's not overly noticeable just yet, but on his back there, I've got a tiny bit. I don't even know if the camera's going to be able to pick that up. Little bits on his helmet as well that I won't say have flaked off, they've just not been quite painted on. It's kind of annoying because this isn't Amazon exclusive, so you can't actually physically flick through and, you know, pick and choose which one you like most. You have to, like, gamble a bit by ordering it on Amazon. Not only that, but you are gambling in terms of how well your packaging is going to turn up, because I've seen a lot of people posting some real nightmare situations of boxes being bashed and dented. So yeah, not good stuff. Fortunately, mine came quite pristine. So yeah, that's the only little problem with this guy, just the paint chipping, I think. And for some people it will be the lack of extra blaster. But aside from that, the figure is absolutely gorgeous. I would probably recommend, like with the Mandalorian, if you are bothered about paint chipping, maybe just keeping this one boxed and getting the standard version to play around with. But it's really up to you. I can only give you my advice as to what I'd do if I was super particular about paint apps. But yeah, this guy, regardless, out of box, in box, looks stunning. So as you can see, he's got this new blaster which has this very unique design. Looks very nice. It can be fitted into the side of his leg there. And I assume this is the first time I've actually done it. That's going to create some paint chipping. Not yet, fortunately enough for me, but I can see it doing that because that is painted a metallic red. And that's all the accessories he comes with. Not really too much to say. I'm very curious to see what role these guys play in the new film. I think they've certainly got something to do with Palpatine, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to start speculating theories on this channel. We're not about that. We're about the facts. We're about the cold hard evidence. Nothing much else I can say other than that. At the end of the day, it's another trooper. There's not a lot to really break down other than that really nice detailing they've put into the armour. Like the line work and the etched details, just really clean and nice. So in terms of articulation, if we just zoom out again, he has a ball jointed head. I think he has neck articulation, but on my version, and this is another little criticism I have, it's very tight. I can't even move it really. But I'm going to assume there would be neck articulation. I just can't get it to move, which is kind of annoying, but it's probably there. He's got ball jointed shoulders, butterfly joints as well. I love me some butterfly joints because that just gives you so much more variety in poses. Ball jointed elbows, ball jointed wrists, ball jointed torso, ball jointed hips, swivel at the top of the thigh, double hinged knees, ball jointed ankles with rocker joints. And that's all your articulation for this guy, and that's all you would really need, I'd imagine. Overall, a really cool looking trooper. I can't say too much other than that because we haven't seen the film yet. There's not a whole lot to go on other than what the bio on the back says. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what part these guys play. Based on the figure alone, I really like it. The Carbonised edition definitely suits this. Something I did forget to mention about my Mandalorian, and this version as well actually, is quite how solid the plastic is. The plastic they've used on these is really solid, really tight. And that can make moving some of the joints a little bit clenching cheeks really. You can't really complain about nice and sturdy plastic. I can't recommend this version of the Sith Trooper enough. I am pretty sure I'll get a standard version at some point when I see it on discount. Then again, having this, I do kind of want a miniature army of them, because that's how the trooper bug gets you. You buy one, then you need another and another, and then you've got a lot of them. Pretty happy with this one, and I take back possibly any negative comments I might have said about the Sith Trooper. Let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to vote in the poll on my Facebook Live page as well. Thanks for watching, and this is me, Daniel East 1000, signing out.